nice in a nice way that everyone is here. Yeah, and some of actually came up from out of town, right? 8 hour flight from Dubai. So welcome again. Just a short about Pundi X. So what we do is that we do the expos, the point of sales. We have been doing that since 2017. It's the first time we are connecting with Cosmos ecosystem, and hopefully we can also support Cosmos-based token to buy coffee through the expos or also spend through the expos. Last year we actually launched a layer 1 called Function X, which we actually use Cosmos SDK.
I mean, you can just see like how many people just show up. Like, I think there's a lot of potential here, especially for the Cosmos community. Like we just talked about it, but I think the biggest challenge in Cosmos is like you don't have one organization that runs everything, that does the marketing, that dictates the roadmap, that makes the conferences, the events. Like we really rely on contributions also from the community, like from all these app chains, right? Like I think everybody has their own kind of marketing agenda and user onboarding strategies. But I think if we would work more aligned to unite these forces, I think Cosmos would be more relevant in a bigger crypto context. Because I think there's a lot of upside potential, so I think it would be cool for the Sinkies to come together more frequently, and that's why we're doing this little roadshow right now with the rest of the Cosmosverse team to establish these communities, because I think communities is super important. To be like a physical, you guys do physical payments with crypto, and we do physical meetups to onboard new members, whether it's developers, even retail people. So yeah, I think that's why it's cool to see everyone here, and yeah, I hope we can do this more often.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm from Stake With Us. We are a staking provider based in Singapore since 2019.
Yeah, I'm part of Longhash, which is a Web3 accelerator/VC. I've been looking into Cosmos space for quite a bit. In fact, this morning we launched our first Cosmos cohort. We call it ATOMSingapore cohort. So we're in partnership with ADAO as well as Neutron. So the aim is to incubate and accelerate early stage startups that are building on Neutron and eventually on the Cosmos ecosystem in general.
Hi, I'm Danny. So I'm the co-contributor of Mahjong. So Mahjong is a decentralized exchange. We also connect with ERC20, so you can use your MetaMask and Capital Wallet to connect with. So our use case is basically we have our own I think quite unique MM model, but it's more for the orderable kind of perpetual markets. So users can stake their monies. I mean, you can use your native tokens and then stake or collateral into a stablecoin within our platform. Then you can either use that stablecoins to either trade on our platforms on Mahjong, or either stake into a GLP thingy and then to earn use.
Hi guys, my name is Anatoly, and I'm fairly new to the Cosmos ecosystem, still picking up my brain and wrapping around the ecosystem, as you mentioned, fragmented today. I'm writing a fund called No Limit Holdings together with a few other partners of ex-Binance employees based out of Singapore.
Hi everyone, name's Cliff from DYDX. So very new to the whole Cosmos ecosystem. Really look to everyone for your guidance. Yeah, we are a layer 2 perpetuals exchange, so very similar to Margin X. Solely perpetuals right now. Yeah, and very excited to move over to Cosmos, but have been grappling with a lot of negative feedback from our community, just because there are a lot of ETH maxis here and there. But we're going out a lot saying that it's not. We're not saying that the Ethereum ecosystem or the layer 2 ecosystem is just not as good as Cosmos. It's just this migration. It's because it just fits our vision from a product standpoint, so it makes the most sense. So yeah, very nice to meet everyone. Hoping to learn more from you guys.
I'm Chris. First of all, shout out and thanks to Zac for organizing this, and to CryptoCito for evangelizing the Cosmos world. We learned a lot from him on his YouTube channel. Chang Wang from Masters, and initially started off as investors, but now we've been tracking all the development work, and we do some development work ourselves. And for guys our age, to prove that we can still do it. So anyway, it's not so much the esoteric fintech stuff and the DYDX or exchange or type of development work, but more on dApps that the general public can use, and how we can bring crypto to website applications and payment systems and stuff like that. So we have a few dApps under development that uses crypto for settlements, and we can expand on it using smart contract technology. And Cosmos is really exciting for us.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jing. I'm from ODA Capital. So we are a Singapore-based VC. We have been looking into Cosmos ecosystem since the start of this year. Also looked into Neutron. So quite keen for what the ecosystem is going to bring about. Yeah, so excited for it.
Hey everyone, I'm CJ, also known as Fish Market Cat on Twitter and YouTube. So I'm from Future Labs. We are a Web3 development studio based in Singapore, started 2017. Our most popular product is probably DMAX, which is like a perp DEX plus money market plus like a GLP in one. So it's a bit similar to what market is also doing. And yeah, that's mainly. So it's multi-chain. You can also use it with MetaMask or Kepler, and we look forward to partnering with more of the Cosmos ecosystems.
My name is Chad Barraford. I've been building Cosmos for over 4 years now. I have basically built one of the biggest and oldest Cosmos chains in existence, called Thorchain. And happy to meet all of you and say hello.
Oh, CH, I'm a partner with Chris. I'm more from the finance legacy system. Transited into the blockchain in year 2015, and in the year 2015 I find it very interesting because this public key kind of concept I came across in the year 2000. So actually what brought me into Cosmos is this stablecoin concept, and I think the biggest story for the Cosmos system is still stablecoin, right? And it's not only stablecoin, but it's an algorithmic stablecoin.
So hi, I'm King from Kami. Right, I'm new to Cosmos. Basically, Kami, we're building a market network platform, basically to empower people, enable people to use and trade digital goods via NFT as a medium. And we're developing social tools, financial tools to help people to even develop their own business on the back of the Kami platform. We are very early stage, right? Working towards launch October, November.
Hi, I'm Emily. I think I'm the only gaming person here.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. Only set Nexus. I'm from Expa. We are layer 1 built with Cosmos, but we launched last year, and if any of you guys know like, the game called Summoner's War, that's like our parent company. And so my company is Korean company. I'm also Korean, but I'm based off here. We launched initially on Terra early last year, and then we kind of like did some due diligence on different chains. And since game developing and publishing games is like one of our like core business that we do back in Korea, we wanted to like have full control of our infrastructure, and that's why we built our own chain. And so far we have 6 games live on chain right now, and we really want to kind of position ourselves as like the gaming chain on Cosmos, because there isn't much of like a gaming activity going on in the ecosystem right now. So yeah, we're looking forward to joining the Cosmosverse and getting to know a lot of projects and builders who are in the space, and just to build out the ecosystem, because as a layer 1, we only specialize on the game development side. We need a lot of like infrastructure and middleware providers to like come in and like build a solid like ecosystem for us to like provide games. Yeah, happy to be here.
I'm Ryan, I'm from MetaPels, another gaming company.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we're basically a browser extension game engine. So basically, you all play Tamagotchi as a kid. Yeah, so imagine a digital Tamagotchi that exists on your screen. Yeah, so the idea was based around digital companionship. We're also kind of leveraging off the technology base as the game engine exists as a browser extension. We are bringing in like famous IP brands like Neopets, Sanrio, Pudgy Penguins, Axie Infinity. We'll be creating like a digital companion for the NFTs that already exist out there.
I think similar to a lot of people here, I came in via Terra as well, so blew up massive. So ever since I've been trying to see where the Cosmos ecosystem is being distributed. So I started running events. So I think one of the events that is still active today is Cosmos Bangkok. That's something that I'm still actively running. Yeah, on the other hand, I'm also like working on several projects. So involved with like enterprise blockchain projects like Mackino and stuff like that as a contractor. So we do have our own like pet projects in-house as well, and a very active hackathoner, just seeing what are the areas we could like apply this sovereign blockchain concepts to. Like the last one we've been met Clifton as well. That was SCB thanks. Yes, too many hackathons. Yes, so yeah, that's pretty much where I'm hanging around.
Conference is actually this is the third time we're doing this. So last year we did Medellin, Colombia. Was actually anybody there last year or no one? Was anybody in the first one?
I was still in a different industry, so you know.
Was anybody in Lisbon at the first one? Come on. Do Kwon was there. But yeah, so this is the third. So you all have to come now. They've never been there. But it's basically like the Cosmos conference of the year. Like we started this, you know, I don't know if you know my journey, but I got into Cosmos pretty much random because I started my YouTube channel around the time when COVID started, and then I had some Atom in my wallet and don't remember when I bought it, why I bought it, and what it is, what it does. And I just made a tweet, and back then I had no followers at all. And then Jack Zempolin, does anybody know Jack Zempolin? Yeah. So he replied to my tweet, and he's like, hey, you know, I'm going to explain you a little bit this Internet of Blockchains. And the first thing he told me, this was before IBC was live, he told me, with the launch of IBC, we're the first crypto ecosystem that completes their white paper. Like, this doesn't happen. Like, white papers are just fluff, like just random ideas. So that really caught my attention, and then one thing led to another. I started, you know, hosting interviews, and I think that was also the first time somebody that wasn't like part of this Cosmos native crew, you know, like Saki, Sunny, you know, the old Tendermint people, they all knew each other, obviously. Like somebody from outside that came into it and started covering it, started being excited about it. And then we also started to see that back then I lived in Lisbon, and Lisbon in 2021 was like the crypto event mecca. Everything happened there. Also the first time after the whole COVID, you know, time that people also met up physically again. So that's really how Cosmosverse started, just like me, and then I brought in two or three other guys. We started this originally with this idea to do something like this, like just get together, have drinks and pizza, but that escalated really, really quick, and I think the whole ecosystem was really supportive from day one. They all appreciated that a lot. And yeah, so long story short, this year, Cosmosverse 3, Istanbul, Turkey, 1st October week. So literally October 1st, we start with this little opening ceremony for all the speakers and sponsors. Then we have 3 days of hardcore conference presentations. We have a hacker lounge. We have different rooms, right? We're also talking with the XBLA team and Saga to maybe have a gaming zone. So we really want to make it like interactive and really onboard a new audience. And somebody mentioned Turkey earlier. Like Turkey is one of the biggest, maybe like in the top 2 or 3 markets for crypto worldwide. Very high crypto population, but little to no awareness on Cosmos. Like they don't know Cosmos. So I mean, you guys are entering that. I saw, so you did a couple of tweets recently. But yeah, so that's why we chose Istanbul. It's also a good place. You know, we also try to see connected with, you know, like people want to maybe visit it and maybe like add on an offsite or vacation to it. So yeah, that's why Istanbul. We also have a hackathon for the first time this year, right after Cosmosverse, called Hackmos. So it's gonna literally be a full week experience, and I hope you can all make it. At least attend, be there, and you know, connect with people. We're expecting around 2,000 people, so it's gonna be quite big. And yeah, I hope to see you all then in Istanbul in October. Yeah.
People that come together, people that fall apart. come together.